Welcome to the JAWN podcast. I'm your host, Shalia.
And your host, Shanina.
And today's affirmation says, when you avoid having difficult conversations, you trade short term discomfort for long term dysfunction.
Mm.
And the word of the week for this week is self reflection. And self reflection is the ability to witness and evaluate our own cognitive, emotional, and behavioral processes. When one takes time to think about their character or behavior, they analyze the reasons that cause the behavior, where this comes from, what the outcome of the behavior means to them, is it effective for them, and what they can do about it. Um, and I picked this word because I've been doing a lot of self reflection, um, and just seeing parts that I played in different things, taking accountability and trying to do things in a more effective way or just ignoring things, not giving it my attention. So, self reflection is something. I'll just say that. It will humble you.
Yeah.
So, self reflection is the word of the week.
And it's so easy because I know I do this. It's so easy to not self-reflect in like many situations. So it is good to because that's part of I think the evolution of like becoming a better person and you
Yeah,
know trying to right some of your wrongs. Nobody's perfect.
right. And the thing is that for me, it'd be like if I tell somebody about the situation or several people, and they be like, "Oh no, you wasn't wrong," then I'm be like, "I wasn't wrong." But
Right.
then when you sit back and think about it, you be like, "Okay, I may not have been wrong, but I could
But I
have
could have
handled
handled it
it
different.
different." Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
I
yeah,
don't know what this is back here. Like they beep all the time.
it's
So
probably a car that's back that got the backup, like those work trucks be having that.
it's like very annoying.
But that's loud.
Yeah, like every day.
But what's up with you, sis? You cool?
I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. Today, I'm probably at like a 6
Okay.
between the weather, my visitor
I know. I heard y'all was having storms up there up north.
up north. Yeah, it's been raining like every day.
Okay. It
Um,
actually stormed here last night, but it's bright and sunny now.
yeah, like a piece of the front of my house came off. I had to.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was a piece that was it was kind of already like rotten, like wood. The wood was rotten already, but
Mm, that's crazy.
yeah, they need to come fix it.
Um, I'm about an eight, 8.5. I just celebrated my 44th birthday,
Mm,
so I'm still,
the 44 Club.
yes, I'm still taking that in. I had a good birthday. Um, got some good gifts. It was just overall good. Just went back to work today, so I had a nice little
Oh yeah.
break.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yesterday was Tuesday. Okay.
So
Long weekend.
yeah, I had an extra long weekend. So now I'm back. It's hard to kind of get back in the groove after you had so many days off. But I'm back, and so I'm still feeling good. Still feeling good. So,
That's good.
yeah.
What all did you get? What else did you get for your birthday?
So I got the massager from you. Eric bought me this computer chair and
Oh wow.
little a pillow foot because that's a lot of the issues that I'm having with my back and my shoulder. Um, so I got the computer chair, brought me this pillow. It's like I think I'm gonna send it back because it don't work for me. Like I think my problem is that my whole upper body has to be on the pillow, and they said you're not supposed to sleep like that.
Hmm.
Like just your head is supposed to be on the pillow.
Hmm.
So he brought me this pillow that's supposed to be if you're a back sleeper or a side sleeper, which I am. But the pillow, because the pillow like like the sides of it sit up high, and the middle of it, your head like is like encompasses your head. But for me, like I said, because I have to have like my shoulders and body on the pillow, it don't work for me. So it makes me be in more pain.
Mm.
But of course, apparently I'm not sleeping right. And until I learn how to sleep with just my head on the pillow, I'm going to continue to have pain. So I
Mm.
want to. Um, what else did I get? So I got the massager from you. I got the chair. I got the pillow. I bought myself. Well, I'll talk about that later. I got cards in the mail, and of course, I went to the concert. I got the concert tickets,
Oh yeah,
and then we went out to dinner. So it was a good birthday.
that's good.
Yeah.
You know you getting old when you get
When
when
I
you get stuff for your back.
listen, everybody was like, "Oh, your back hurt, your shoulder." Okay, this is what's behind me. So that's why I had to get myself something that was simplistic, like. Yeah. All right, so I like that drawing. What's your I like that drawing for this week?
Mine is I watched Big Sean's Tiny Desk the other day, and it was really good. So,
Okay, I'm
mm.
not really a big Sean fan.
Yeah, I do like Big Sean. And I think with Tiny Desk, honestly, if you're a good performer, like mostly everybody, because I watched Tiny Desk where I really didn't know the people's songs, but because their background vocals was on point, because the band and stuff. But
Mhm.
yeah, but he sang most of his like singles. So like
Okay.
he closed out with "I don't fuck with you," you know
Yeah,
what I mean? But it
I
was good.
like him on other people's songs. I just
Hmm.
never
Yeah. I
listened.
I mean, I listened to him when he first came out. I don't like listen. I haven't listened to like his later albums, but when he first came out. But also, what I do like is that he talks over the music and tells like his story or like the background for certain songs. So it's really
Okay.
good.
Okay. Cool. Um. So my I like that joint. I had downloaded Kev on Stage and his wife book, but I'm
Yeah.
really reading it now because we actually are starting premarital counseling this week. So
When y'all
um,
started?
we're starting on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I'm reading it, taking it, more serious, and things is about to get real out here. So yeah, and that's my I like that joint. So far is really putting like that's why I'm doing a lot of self reflection too, because like this is a big step for me, and it's
Mhm.
something totally different that I've never experienced before. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then yeah, it is different if you also maybe not, because I mean, I don't think I have had a lot, but you've been around a lot of successful, like non-toxic marriages. Like for me, I know that like my parents' marriage is things about it that I like.
Mhm.
I'm sensitive about in my own marriage, like things that I don't want, based off what I witnessed growing up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been around successful marriages and not success ones that they cheated but stayed married and act like it was all good on out. So I've experienced a lot with that. But like I
Yeah.
said,
Yeah, I mean, I can't say like,
mm,
yeah, like I don't come from a family where like my grandparents had like either one of my like either set of my grandparents had a healthy marriage. My like my maternal grandparents, I like their marriage. I'm not gonna say because I didn't know them. I didn't know my grandfather. Like he died when I was younger, but um it obviously wasn't peaches and cream because he was a cheater.
okay,
Like he had a kid on my grandmother.
yeah,
But just everything that I've been told about, I mean, my grandmother was a great person. So, and that's usually how it happens. That's usually the type. of like, guys usually do to those type of women, but but yeah, I know some people who's able to go to their grandparents for advice on marriage, maybe go to their parents for advice.
I'll
Um
say with my dad. So I didn't get to meet my mom's parents, but I definitely had to relate my great grandparents and their marriage. Because we used to go to my great grandparents' house all
oh,
the
great
time.
grandparents, that's a blessing. Yeah,
They're the ones who lived on 46 in Westminster. That was my great
great
grandparents'
grand.
house.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know my great grand.
Yeah. And then my dad's mom and dad, you know, that I got to see a lot from them. Now, one thing my grandma did not play about was her husband, child. And that's why when she passed away, he ended up passing away not too much longer because he pretty much died from a broken heart because
Okay,
it was,
yeah,
yeah. So, but
and I
so
know.
I got an opportunity to see some older people in their marriages. So, and I got to see, younger people as well, but it's new for me. So
Hmm.
we'll see.
Yeah, I I know that my husband has, I mean, not so much now, but I know like when he was a little younger, he will always like talk about his grandparents on his grandparents on his father's side because they were like married until they died, but he would talk about um their dynamics.
Mhm.
But for me, I don't think that when I first got married, I really understood the severity or the seriousness of that commitment because
Yeah.
I was young, but I don't think I really understood. It clicked for me, like maybe like 8 years ago. It clicked for me, like okay, the thing about being a husband and wife is that you essentially are family members, and it's like this is it.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Yeah, child. So, whew. All right, prime time.
I'm sure you guys will learn a lot in the counseling.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, let's do this. And
I'm glad that he's on board.
yeah. Um, oh, you won't know until you try. That's the thing. You gotta try. And if you try, you be like, no, that's not for me. Okay, but you won't know until you try. Yeah. All right. So prime time. What did you buy? What you spend your money on?
So I bought like my kids. I did really bad, I guess. Like I didn't do any Easter baskets. I didn't do any Easter baskets, any of that. But I just ordered them something like a gift or whatever. So I ordered Ava some MAC lip gloss, and Aiden I ordered him like this tablet thing that he can draw because now he likes to draw. So
Hmm.
that's why I did, and I ordered your gift. But I didn't really buy anything for myself, I don't think, recently.
I kept forgetting it was Easter. People
I
was
know
like,
you're usually
"Oh,
good with it. You're usually good with it because like you'll send some. My
I
mom oh
forgot."
yeah,
I
my mom always
literally,
makes the kids a basket.
and
So
I
like
was like, "Dang, I didn't even send Tyler and Layla anything." And I'm
you
gonna still
usually
send
good.
them because I forgot. People was like, "Oh, what y'all doing for Easter? What you cooking?" I'm like,
It came
"Huh?"
so fast.
Because
Girl.
it's usually not that close to my birthday. It's
Yeah.
literally
It
the
came
day
so fast.
before. So,
My mom asked me the same thing when I went over there. She was like, "What did you cook?" I was like, "I ain't cook nothing. We gonna go get some food." So it's like this Muslim ran soul food place. And so I knew they would be open, honey.
oh god, yeah. It was like I cooked the regular old meal and called it a day because yeah, I forgot. So yesterday I went and got all my free stuff. That you sign when you sign up for
Oh
stuff
my
you
god.
get for your free birthday. Um, but I bought me some perfume, and when you get older, you gotta develop skincare routines. So I had to re up on my skincare products. So that's what I bought. I bought my favorite perfume, the big one, because I treated myself for my birthday, and I bought some skincare products. All right, you gotta hit this joint up. Is where we highlight a small business. And this week we're highlighting Philly Shared Retail Space. And Philly Shared Retail Space is at Willow Grove Park Mall, and it is a curated retail showroom that provides products from small businesses and local artists in the tri-state area. This is a good place that if you are a small upcoming person with skincare products, different things that you make, you can go here. I know recently too they had like set it up where you could set up a table and sell your stuff. There's a couple people I know were doing that. They're open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 8. I guess that's the hours of the mall, and Sunday 11 to 6. And they're located on the first level of Willow Grove Mall near Bloomingdale's. Their phone number is 215-892-6219, and you can find them on Instagram at Philly Shared. And shout out to Willow Grove Park Mall because they help it a lot of businesses because that's where Philly Photo Spot is
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah, I don't know if his because I see them post stuff about the Philly Share Space a lot. So, um, like I don't know if his mom is affiliated with it.
Mm, not sure, but probably so if they post stuff about it all the time. But I'm shout out to them for giving these small businesses a chance because that's what these small businesses
Taking a
need,
hit.
huh?
The malls are taking a hit with the online shopping. So many people are shopping online and not going into the malls.
Yeah,
So
kids still want to go to the mall though. Most of the younger kids that I know still want to go to the mall. I be like the mall.
yeah, that's what Ava. They went for one of her friends at school birthday. Her mom took the girls to the mall to King of Prussia Mall, and Ava, she's so slick. I sent her with $40 cash. The lady said she was buying a lunch. So sent her with $40 cash. One of her friends, her best friend, she had $60 cash. Cause I asked her mom after the fact. So apparently Ava done hit up her sister to get the other $20. I'm like, this girl.
Mm, mm, mm.
But see, when her other best friend mom took them to the mall, she bought the girls stuff. They
Mm.
all she went shopping for everybody. But
Yeah, but that's a lot though. You got
no, it was only
you
three
got
girls. Like it was
yeah.
just
But even still, that's still these kids be wanting this and that and not
yeah.
sticking to the budget. You got to plan for that. You can't just be.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. But she spends a lot on her kids. But when you think about how much money you spend for parties, like even if you got a budget for $500, that's a lot of money for the little kids for the kids to get at the mall. But because you have a party, you spend. I know I spend more than that for my son's party. So
Did you? Ooh, child. I'm scared.
yeah, he had a Chuck E. Cheese party. So the Chuck E. Cheese party by itself, I know was like $400 probably.
Oh, child. Ooh, I can't.
Yeah, Ava, but that's nothing. When Ava had her fifth birthday party, we spent because we rented out the whole place. So I know we spent probably like $1,000 something for that party.
Ooh,
We
girl.
rented the whole place out. So that's why I was like, I gotta do something. He's never had a party. Poor child, but he'll get it on the backside because he'll be at home longer with us, by himself. So he'll
Yeah.
get it on the backside.
Mm.
Oh, so I'm gonna sit here waiting. So the horoscope this week is Aries.
Hey,
And for love. You ready, Julia?
child. Every horoscope applies to me, but I'm ready.
Hang on, Aries, because your words could get tangled when Mercury goes retrograde in your spontaneous sign on Monday, bringing up old baggage and sending
Girl, we used to think, don't be holding your words longer than they
and
need to be.
sending your plans spinning pretty far off course. Instead of getting worked up, You literally just said this. Instead of getting worked up, embrace this introspective chance to finally get things right. Your
Mm,
confidence levels is off the charts now, making you a fantastic lover. Your sex life can thrive in the coming weeks. On Saturday, there's a Venus Pluto sextile that brings power, passion, and changes that you can't ignore. Even though being vulnerable might make you uncomfortable, creating intimate moments is necessary for growth. Don't shy away from these emotional deep dives. Your relationship benefits from both of you trusting each other enough to go there. And for money, it's an ideal week to think about starting a new business. Your work is changing, as is your money picture. Going with the flow means you should accept what's happening now instead of trying to resist it. Your relationships are not only important, but also dreamily perfect for the moment in your life, for this moment in your life. And health. There is a lot of stress in the air, and it is the wise person who takes it upon himself to unwind and get back to reality after a lot of interactions with others. After a lot of excessive communicating, you need to find the sound of your own voice again. Remember, it's the voice that instructs you gently through your health practices. Eat this, don't eat that. Wake up now to get some exercise in before work so that you don't get into personal conflicts while at work. Mm.
mm, okay. Mm. I swear he's saying that after every horoscope.
Steamy.
Okay, so we are going to get into this week's episode topic. And this week's episode topic is adult friendship. Making new friends as adults, as well as the dynamic of
Maintaining.
friendships
Yes.
changing in adulthood.
Yes.
Um,
Maintaining friendships, ending friendships,
all of that.
all
Um,
of that.
all of that. Um, for me, I talk about this a lot. I've had the same friends for years, and there's been ups and downs. But my true friends we always was able to get it back together. Now there has been changes. Before we would sit on the phone for hours, hang out for hours, go to each other's houses. All of that has changed. For one, everybody has moved, live in different parts, um, jobs, kids, marriage, relationships. All of that comes into play now. So we don't have time. We very rarely had time to sit on the phone for hours and talk about everything under the sun, or to even touch bases through talking. We'll send text messages and voice notes and stuff like that, but to you know even when birthdays and holidays and stuff comes around, you gotta tell people in advance, because people now have their own family and family dynamics. So you know but I would say, as far as making new friends, I would
Mm,
say I wouldn't call them friends. I would call them associates, because
mm,
there's a difference in how I allow them to get close to me, or be in my life, and that's because I've had friends that I had for a long time, and then they switched up. So for me, it's kind of keeping my guard up, which I know is not all the time right, but usually it is. So, and I've lost, a few friends.
mhm.
So, but I just feel like that needed to happen, because if I would have continued to bring them along for the ride, that it would have got uglier, along the way. But I value my friendships that I have now. Like I said, I've had them for a long time. And, even if we don't talk, when we talk, we pick up from where we left off. There's an understanding that no, I can't sit and talk on the phone for you for hours, or no, I'm not going to be at every event, but the love is still the same. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think In my situation, I don't think that I'm in a position right now to bring on any new friends because I don't think it would be fair. Well, my priorities have changed. You know, like when I was a single person, it was just me. Like I made it my business to be a good friend, right? I never intentionally ever want to be a bad friend, but being a good friend was like something that it was intentional and made sure that I strive for. I don't necessarily have the same bandwidth anymore. So being a good parent is now my key priority. But I feel like the people who are close to me, who were friends, they're now family. So the thing about the difference of like someone transitioning to be like family is that it don't matter how often y'all speak because you it's an unconditional love there. You know what I mean? So I had and then on the flip side, I recently lost friends. Um some just not due to anything that I've done. People I guess have their own shit. And more recently, one of my friends, I was kind of like giving them a pass for like ghosting me. You know what I mean? Like I was
Mhm.
giving this person a pass or whatever. Hadn't talked to them in over a year, thought about them, sent them a text message. Hey, I was thinking about you. I hope everything is good. Now, for me, if you haven't heard from somebody who you used to talk to every fucking day and they didn't do anything to you, at least you could send a heart, something, right? But you didn't send anything. So I'm in the process of contemplating whether or not I should just block this person, delete their number on my phone, remove them from my social media because I feel like that's rude and disrespectful because I did nothing but been supportive of you since the day I met you.
Mhm.
So it's like now I've seen you on social media, so you're alive, you're fine. You know what I mean? Like you post on social media, you post on Twitter, so it's not like you're dead or
Right.
dying.
Right.
Even if you're going through shit, we all go through shit. But never, if I have a friend and they tell me they was thinking about me and they hope all is well, I would never ignore them.
Mhm.
Even if I'm not responding that day, I'm going to respond.
Right.
But to just completely not respond and then looking at the chain of the messages is that the last time I text you, I was saying something similar and that one didn't get responded to. So
Yeah.
for different friends, I have different like different gauges of behavior that I may be like, okay, this is how they are, or this is not how they are, or whatever. um but I feel like majority of my friends who I consider really close friends, they've transitioned to family. Like, if anything happens to them, I'm there. We may not see each other all the time, but like, I'll try my best to check on them and they check on me. But
But that's the thing. I think you have to, as you get older, put people in their rightful category because
exactly.
you still can't call that person your friend anymore. You just know them. Like for me, I know a lot of people, but I don't call all of them my friends because
No, I mean
they're
that person is no longer
not.
my friend and I'm no longer their friend, obviously. So it's just, at the end of the day, um, it's it can be hurtful. This isn't the first time it's happened to me. It can be hurtful, but I didn't think this person would do that. You know what I mean? Like I just didn't think this person would do that, especially to me. But like I said, um, I see this is the thing because I've seen the way they move.
Nobody.
I can't. And I did see the way that they move with our other mutual friend. I did see the way that they move with our other mutual friend. But again, I gave them more passes than this friend did, which that friend was totally in their right because they were supposedly closer than me. But yeah, and it happened. Like I said, it happens all the time. Like, I have friends who I don't talk to, and then it's like if I'm not the kind of person where if I consider this person my friend, I haven't heard from them, and I'm gonna reach out because I'm thinking about them. I'm not gonna like just wait and wait for them to reach out first. Like if you're really my friend. And every time I reach out, you're responsive, then I don't have no problem like reaching out to you. But yeah, because like one of my friends, who this is one of my close friends, um, she recently moved, and I remember she had checked on me and asked me about what was going on with my thyroid or whatever. And then I think the next time I reached out to see how things was going on with her house. And then she didn't respond, which is not like her. So she didn't respond. So then like I thought about it. When I realized I hadn't heard from her, I text her again. Like, hey, how are things going? And then she had responded like, hours later. She was like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had responded, whatever. Because life happens. We are adults. Everybody has shit going on. But
Life
um
does happen, but at the same time, some people pick and choose. Um, so I think for me, I used to work with this person, and I thought we were close. We used to hang out, do stuff,
mhm,
pick each other up, everything. And this person got married, and I wasn't invited to their wedding.
so
And I
crazy.
was like, "Well,
And
dang,"
and
you
then
know
not
what
even
I
give you the
mean?
courtesy of saying, "I don't have enough," it's just gonna be close family. We
Right, right.
like, that's my thing. I worked with somebody who, like, I didn't know her like that, but when she started the job, because we were both working part-time, when she started the job, she was working the job to save for her wedding. So,
Mhm.
I knew that I wasn't invited, and yeah, that happened with, like, several friends that I worked at part-time jobs. I knew I wasn't invited to their wedding because they already had their list. I just met them, a couple months ago, whatever. But one of the girls, she was having her wedding. The ceremony was at a church. So I came to the ceremony, but I knew I couldn't come to the reception. But again, I wouldn't care about that stuff today because I ain't got time or a babysitter to be going to somebody who I barely know wedding anyway.
Right. But no, I'm saying, like, for me, that was my eye-opening moment that, like, the
Yeah.
dynamics of friendships change, and you'll have no idea. Like, even with
Facts.
with social media, you know, a lot of people that I'm friends with on social media, they don't interact with me. The same
Hmm.
people interact with my stuff, and I sometimes be like, why are they my friend on social media? But it's to be nosy. It's
Yeah.
to be in your business because a lot of people that I'm friends with on social. So sometimes when people request me, I be like, you didn't even like me in high school. Why do you want to be my friend
Mm.
on social media?
Oh yeah, I don't do that. Yeah, I don't do that.
I don't accept them, but it's just
Oh
like,
yeah.
why are you requesting me? You didn't like me. And I know that, you know that. So why? You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
just find it odd. But that, like I said, that was my eye opening moment. Like,
Right.
the dynamic of the friendship changed. I didn't know. And it
That's the
just
part to me that hurts. To me, in the past, the things that I've got hurt by is where I've put this person in a certain category and come to find out I'm in a lower category in their life. So,
mhm.
but again, that's another reason why I think at my current age, I'm trying to be more intentional. It's like, oh, I probably, they're probably cool. I probably could be friends with them. But again, I just don't feel like I have the bandwidth right now to start investing in a friendship um with a new person.
Yeah.
So
That's why I say associates. Like, and then too, people just like, for instance, the lady who hair that I used to do, right? She even how can I? So she'll be like, "Oh, I'm coming to town. I don't need my hair done anything, but I want us to go to lunch." Like, she send these long messages, and I be like, "Okay, let me know when you get here." Mind you, even prior to this, she said the same thing. She wanted to go to lunch. I picked the place, everything. She had every excuse. Oh, where is that at? How far away is that? And what time? And this is, but you the one who texted me and was like, "Are you free today to go to lunch?"
that is so obnoxious.
And it's just like, why even say anything when you don't really want to do anything? People, it's a lot of people like that though. They make every excuse. But you asked me. I didn't text you or call you. So we ended up not going to lunch that day. So ever since then, she said the same thing. Previously, she was here for 3 months. She had a surprise birthday party and everything, right? I wasn't expecting to be invited because I'm not like your family or your close friends. That's okay. But you're like, oh, let's hang out, let's go to lunch, and this and this and that. I never heard nothing else there from that lady. So just yesterday, mind you, I put a picture up, something about my birthday. She commented, "Hey, pretty lady." I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" Still no response. Like she's just the type of person that's going to send a message or something but never respond back.
Right.
I don't understand that whole thing. I'll never
Right.
understand that. Like, just don't say nothing.
Mhm.
So that's why
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just more for me. I know you. You're an associate. If I see you, I'll speak, but it's
Right.
nothing more than that.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate when somebody who you consider, like, I have someone who at one point I considered a close friend. This person, I was in their first wedding, and but I feel like she changed as a person. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So um it's hard for me, honestly, to respect people who allow their significant other to treat their children a certain way, or even treat them a certain way. So that friendship, I was like, that friendship ended without like, oh, I'm no longer messing with you. Hold on, because I thought I turned this off. You heard that beat? That
Hmm.
I thought I turned it off. Because shouldn't it be on do not disturb?
Yeah. And adapt to that person's changes. Sometimes it's for the good, sometimes it's not. But the friend that I'm no longer friends with, I know that the person she was with had a lot to do with her thinking and stuff. Because sometimes I would hear like if I was on the phone with her and she'd be like, "I'm on the phone." He'd be like, "Who you on the phone with?" She like, "My friend Shalia." He be like, "You don't need no other friends. I'm your friend." Like stuff like toxic to me. Um, and
Mm-mm.
and it's like, no, I've been here before you came along. And matter of fact, I don't even think they together no more. But it's just like certain stuff like that or whatever. Or he be like, I don't care if you on the phone. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and it's just
Yeah.
like that can wait. You know what I mean? Or she has started to become. So when I first started dating, um, she'll be like, "You get off the phone for him. Get off the phone with me for him." And I'm like, I'm supposed to. Like I and if he comes in the house and I haven't seen him all day, yeah, I'm gonna get off the phone with you because you and I didn't already spend 2 hours on the phone. I'm not gonna stay on the phone when we already was talking for 2 hours. And at that time I didn't work. So I had time to spend 2 hours on the phone, you know what I mean? But I told her, I said, "Watch, when you get a man, you're going to do the same thing." And she started doing the same thing. She like, "No, I don't. No, I don't." I'm like, "You do." Soon as you hear the man keys at the door, you're like, "All right, let me go."
Yo, that's hilarious. That
It's
is hilarious.
okay because that's what I'm expecting you to do. I don't like when
Well, yeah, but
people
I don't think, like, I mean, you don't have to, like, you can. It's not like you can't talk on the phone with your girlfriend while your man is home.
you
Um,
it's not that, but I feel like if me and you been on the phone for 2 hours
right.
and your
In
man
that
coming
case,
home from work,
yeah,
you should get off the phone with me and at least ask your man how his day was, or like you could always call me back. We don't. We already done talked.
right, yeah.
So
Hmm.
but she was just at that time. I was living in Philly and I was seeing another therapist, and she was like, "I don't know about this friendship because why would she be comparing your friendship to your relationship? Your relationship is always going to be different from your friendship."
Well, I
So,
think, yeah, I think it all boils down to like people being insecure, and maybe like maybe having abandonment issues or used to always being replaced, that they project that on you. I do think that some people don't know how to navigate like their friendship while they're in a relationship. But I feel like a lot, like I have married friends, and then I have single friends, but I have people who are like married or in a serious relationship who move differently than, like everybody moves different.
Yeah.
Um, but like for me, my significant other is never really home with me, so I would have more time, but I got kids, so it's like, it's not often that somebody will be interrupting like quality time with my man.
Right. But when he comes home and if I've ever been on the phone with you, I'm like, go ahead and see
Right.
what's up with him, just out of respect, because
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know
but that's what
that.
I'm saying. Yeah, because I barely see him. But
Right.
like, if you call me and I'm home and I'm not doing anything, yeah, we're gonna talk, but we're not
Right.
gonna
Right.
talk.
Right.
If we're home by ourselves, yes, we're gonna talk way longer on the phone than
Exactly.
if somebody else is home. You know
Right.
what I mean? But yeah, everybody, some people struggle with that. I mean, I think that's just, part of like the ebbs and flows of some people friendship. For me, one of my pet peeves is when people always asking you about your man. You ever you ever had somebody like that?
I have. I'm not friends with them. That's the same person. I don't know what. I think that was them. Just out. Me. I don't know. I don't know what the underlying issue was, but it's like, why? I don't know.
Right. It's like if you don't bring them up, if we not actually, everybody has the bad sessions when they man get on their nerves and they gotta call their girlfriend and talk about it.
Right.
But like,
Right.
if nobody's bringing this fool up, like, it's so many other things that we could talk about. But again, everything boils down to compatibility. But I think I am in a good place where I have, you know, my people. But that's the irony, is that like my male friends, sometimes I talk to their wives more than I talk to them. But
Mm,
I think that's the key of having like a friend of the opposite sex. A lot of times it's like that you're cool with their significant other. You get what I'm saying? So it's like no issues here, okay?
right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like my friend that lives here, I built my own relationship with her husband. Like he texts me memes and all that kind of stuff, and vice versa. She has her own relationship with Eric. So it's like, plus they've been together forever, 27 years or something like that. So, but yeah, it's I I text and talk to both of them. Like if I got an issue, I call him too. Like, what's your perspective? You know what I mean? But I just think as an adult, you hone in on your people. Who are my people? Who are the ones that I can call if I got an emergency that's going drive or get on the plane or whatever that I need them for. And on top of that, you realize what friends fit in what category, because I don't call every single one of my friends for everything that's going on. I got this friend for that, this friend for that, this friend for that. And over
Yeah.
the years, I've learned what friend fits in what category.
Hmm.
And I can count on one hand how many friends I have. One of my pet peeves is when you are a good friend to somebody, but they get on social media and be like, I don't have no friends. I need new friends.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
So somebody that I was friends with for a while, and I don't even know why we stopped talking, because this person. I used to get cakes from her and everything. Like my sister used to get cakes. You got a cake from her. I don't know why our friendship, but she texted me on my birthday, which was surprising to me because she hasn't done that in years. When I say
Mm.
years, in years. So
Oh
it
wow.
surprised me because we would tell each other happy birthday over social media, but again, my number has never changed. So I get to that's why I was a surprise to me, like, oh, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know why we're not friends anymore. But they used to do that, and I'd be like, how
Oh,
do
you
you
don't know why?
know? I don't know. I don't know what happened or because they had asked me to be in their wedding, but they ended
Mm.
up not having a wedding. And then she had her baby shower. I wasn't able to go because at that time I was sick. I know Tiffany has told me she's seen her a couple times. Like she asked about you, and I was like, okay, but it was never like when her grandparents passed away. Like I reached out to her. I even went to her grandfather's viewing. I couldn't stay for the funeral, but I went for the viewing. Like I still was trying to be a friend, but it wasn't reciprocated. So it was like, okay, how much more are you going to keep doing when it's not reciprocated? But they used to always be like, I need new friends.
Yeah,
Like,
that's annoying. Yeah.
so I was like, I gotta take a step back because you're literally being a friend, getting this person out of the house, asking them to do stuff with you, um, and they still saying like they need new friends. So I don't know. Like, I wash my hands pretty much, but you know, adult friendships don't have to be complicated. They don't. It's all about communication, understanding that the dynamics change. When people get married and they're newlyweds, you gotta take that into consideration too. Or you know, like you were saying, some people don't know how to navigate friendships and relationships. But for me, because I know I went through it when I was younger, when somebody gets in a new relationship after not being in a relationship for a while, I give them some grace because I know how that can be when you're first newly with somebody and you
Hmm.
feel like you in love, you're giving them all your attention, you want to spend every minute with them. I know
Yeah.
how that can be. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I think that the difference, one thing, like being a parent, I observe how children make friends and how they maintain their friendships. I think one thing is that as kids, you forget easily. You know, somebody could have did something, said something yesterday, you playing with them the next day.
hmm,
So it's just like a lot of times adults harp on things or they can't like just get an apology and move forward. Um, I think I think once you're content in your place in that person's life, then you know nothing sticks. You know, anything that's going on, you either just give that person a space and then you talk to them or whatever. But I think just once you get older, you probably have a better judge of character. Because I know I had friends who I would observe them being friends with people who not a good friend of them, who always leave them with the bait, like who they're always getting hurt by, but they keep giving them a chance over and over again.
yeah.
So it's like it takes for them. I'll see them as they get older, and then they'll be finally like, yeah, I do not talk to that girl no more. Like
Well, I
oh
think,
really?
you
Don't talk.
know, to communicating because if I did something that you didn't like or if I said something you didn't like, if you don't tell me, I'm not gonna know. So if that's why you stop talking to me, you should have a you should be mature enough at this age that most of my friends are, you should be mature enough to tell me and have that conversation with me so that we can either move past it or not. But don't just ghost somebody and not have them know why you ghosted them. So I don't know. It don't have to be complicated. We make
Yeah.
things complicated and then we end up losing good people or they might pass away or get sick and then you feeling like, oh my God, you know, that's why it's important to just work on your communication and just send and if you don't feel comfortable talking all the time, send a text, send an email. We got too much technology right now. So
Yeah. I mean, I definitely wish I had more time to spend with my friends. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Um, you know, if in a perfect world, I would love to be able to hang out more, spend more time. But I'll get it. I'll get the time. I'll get the time one of these days.
Yeah, you will. And then when your kids get older and time go by, you'll be like, oh, I finally get to
You be able to catch me. I'm gonna be in the streets, honey. You ain't gonna be able to catch me.
you is not gonna be in
Yes,
nobody's
I
street.
am. I'm gonna be out and about.
We'll
Okay.
see.
What time is
You
brunch?
is not
I
gonna
was
be.
just thinking about, oh my God, how like, you know, when we were just like single individual people, you'd be like, oh, you wanna go to breakfast? All right, come on, let's go. What time we gonna go? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
cannot do that.
I remember the last time we did something like that, you were actually pregnant. And I was like, when the baby comes, we was pregnant with Ava. We went to breakfast. We spent the whole day. We went to the thrift store. We did a whole
Yeah.
bunch of stuff. And I was
Yeah.
like, when
But
Ava
see, and
gets
that's the thing
here,
about Ava. Yeah, but that was the thing about Ava is that I could take her places. Like my son is not like that. Like I even when Ava was little, like I could take her anywhere with me. But like this guy,
yeah, because I remember we did go. What is that place called? It's not there no more. What it
Rose
is?
Petals
It's
or
in
something.
Northern Liberties, but what do they call it?
Northern
It's
Liberties?
Northern Liberties, but they call that area something.
It's Northern Liberties, I believe.
No, it used to be called something else. But I
Oh.
remember we went to breakfast. I remember they used to have these real big bowls of cheese grits. And
Oh, it was like a diner. I
yeah,
forget what
but
it's
that
called.
area was called something. What was
Back
that?
in the day, you mean before it was Northern
Yeah,
Liberties? Oh.
yeah. It was always the area was called Northern Liberties, but the it was like it was like all these different restaurants in
Oh,
like
okay.
this one area and they used to call it something. I can't remember what it's
Oh, okay,
called.
yeah.
But we had me, you and Ava had went. But yeah, I mean, it's different. For one, I live in a whole different state, so
I know. But I mean, we I think
that's-
but I still do think that even though you live like when you come to Philly, like I still try to make the time, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
So, uh I mean, we're young, you know, we'll have time, but I do wish that I had more time. But you know, hopefully my husband, he won't be on the road forever. Hopefully he got maybe a year left on the road. After that, then I'll be able to live my life like it's golden.
We'll see.
Uh,
You gonna
you with
be
the
on
kids. He gonna
that's
tell me
when
the other day,
y'all gonna be on family trips and stuff.
and now I'm be out. Listen, he told me the other day, he was like, one of these days I'm gonna give you a break, like let you go away for like a month. I was like, I'm not trying to go away for a month without my kids, but I could do a week.
Yeah. A month is a lot. You come back, child. Ooh.
Yeah.
First of all, they not gonna let you go for that long because they gonna be calling you and texting you.
Oh
Mom, where
heck
you
no.
at?
Yeah,
Mom, can I have a sandwich? Ask your dad.
I couldn't go a month anyway. Like if I Ava went to spend the night over one of her girlfriend's house for one night, and then the next day when I picked her up, she was like, "Did you miss me? Because I missed you." I'm like, "Girl, no, you just left yesterday." I said, "Girl, you had to go to camp. I had to go that whole week without you. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good now. Like my son, I've never went. Like when I went to Well, when I went to Puerto Rico, I didn't see him, but he was little. But like recently, I mean, he probably went maybe 4 days when I went to Nevada without seeing me. But like when I sent that was a big for me. When I sent Ava to North Carolina for 2 weeks when she was 4 years old.
Mm.
So that was big for me. And I couldn't talk to her
Wow.
because had I talked to her, she would start crying and wanted me to come get her.
Oh, okay.
So, cause I mean, she cried when I dropped her off. But yeah, so I was like, you know, out of sight, out of mind. So
Yeah.
I didn't
Sometimes
talk
you
to
have.
her. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I really wish. I wish I could send. That's what my husband said the other day. If my mom was here, I would have sent him there. I wish I could send my son to North
Yeah.
Carolina, but
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but I,
It's not the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But see, if Ava wasn't going to Europe this year, I probably would have sent her. But the whole situation with her brother, like he's not living with his baby mom anymore, so that's the whole mess.
Child. At the end of the day, adult friendships don't have to be complicated. You have to understand where you are and where the other person is, where your friends are. You got to give some grace and understanding and just communicate. That's, the key. Just communicate and do what you can.
Yeah, and
Like,
I think friendships are important because I do see my mom and my dad, they don't really have friends. My mom's not a good friend at all. Like she don't call people or nothing. And I don't want that life. Like I don't want I don't want to like the only person I talk to is my husband. Like no. I don't want that at
I
all.
recently got a client. sh- mm, All she wants is for people to call and come see her. She older. She like that's what I want. She was like, you can't do it because you not my family. I want my family to call and come see me. And I was like, damn.
And they don't call and come see her.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
So after I met her, I was like, I would, because she was like, is your grandparents alive? I was like, no. She was like, see, and they tell me they love me, but they don't even call to come see me. It just opened my eyes to a lot. Like, call and go see your grandparents and your aunts and your uncles. At least call them. You know what I mean? Because that's all this lady
Yeah,
wanted.
as long as they I mean as long as they not toxic and treated you like shit. But
Yeah, yeah, no, 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 not. But yeah, she depressed. She ready to just give up.
how old is she?
89.
Ooh, that's old.
Yeah,
She probably need to go to that's one thing. When people go to those retired not nursing homes, people go to those retirement communities, they like, hang out with people their age and stuff.
I'll talk to you about that all. But listen, just make time, because we make time for other things. Make time to communicate with your friends, your family. If you're thinking about somebody, they're on your mind for a reason. Just send a text, give them a call. Like, don't let time go by and you just like, well, they don't call me. I ain't calling them. So,
Right. I think that is the difference because I mean, people have stuff going on.
right,
I think also for me, it's like some people who you may not think to check on you, like you just said earlier. Like sometimes they are thinking about you, and you have like you put an impression on them, and they may be thinking about you. Um, but I definitely appreciate anybody who's reaching out and asking me how I'm doing, how I've been. First, I definitely appreciate that
yeah.
because you know a lot of times I don't sit and think about how I'm doing actually.
Mm, yeah. Well, you need to start, child. You need to be checking in with yourself. How are you feeling? What do you need to do to feel good? But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But
Yep.
we're going to end this episode with our lyrics like we do when it is just us two. Oh, that was lyrics right there. So what's your song? What's your lyrics for this week?
Mine is a song by Bruno Mars. It's "Count on Me." Thought I was hearing that guy. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there, and I know when I need it. I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there because that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah. You'll always have my shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye.
Okay. So I'm still on a Let It See High after her concert. So when I was thinking about my lyrics, it brought me back to the song that she actually opened the concert with this song. And it's called It's All Right. And the lyrics that I chose say, life can bring us through many changes. It's all right. Just don't give up. Know that it's going to be all right. People come and they go. It's just the way that it goes. Everything is everything. It's all right.
That's a good song. I know that song. That's a good song.
Yeah. So we are going to get out of here. We will catch you guys next week. As always, you can catch us every Wednesday on 216 The Blend. You can go to our Instagram at the_JAWN_podcast. You can tap the link in our bio and it will take you to everywhere we are, every single platform. You can listen to us on your favorite platform because we are everywhere. So check us out and we will catch you guys next week. Peace.
Okay. Goodbye.
You have to say.
Hold up. Don't leave yet. Thanks for listening to my mom and auntie. Make sure you guys follow them on Instagram at the_JAWN_podcast. On Twitter at W_the_J. On TikTok at the JAWN A Podcast. And visit our website www.jawnpod.net. Don't forget to ask the Jaw, sending your listening letters to thejawnpod@gmail.com. Period.
This is the JAWN, a podcast. I love y'all.